And I was diagnosed with sarcoma when I was 20 years old. I'm honored to be here for a couple of reasons this evening. First, I would do literally anything to give back to the amazing team that we have here at Brainerd and MCW. So please join me in giving a round of applause to this fantastic group of people. Because of them that I get to return to this event and keep stressing its value. It's hard to believe it was already 6 years ago when I went to my first soiree, only 3 months out of treatment. At the time, the milestone of being cancer-free felt so fleeting. It was hard to celebrate. If I could meet myself that night, I'd give her a hug and I'd tell her that everything was going to work out. I'd also say to lay off the open bar. But most importantly, though, like I said, it just is really meaningful to get to come back here and share, how this team has impacted us, because ultimately that's why we're here. But secondly, and most importantly, I'm here to remind you why sarcoma is so uniquely challenging to treat. Let's consider this metric: average years of life lost. It quantifies the time that a patient loses on average when they're taken from a specific cancer. No number in this category goes without its tragedy. Lung cancer takes on average about 15 years of life. Breast cancer takes 19. Cervical cancer, 26. But sarcoma takes on average 70 years of life. That's 70. Think about how much life you live in the last 70 years of it. That's first kisses, it's graduating high school, it's falling in love, it's raising a family, and it's walking your children down the aisle. Sarcoma robs us of these moments. So how did we get here? Why is there such a stark difference between these cancers? Here's what I've observed. When one is diagnosed with cancer that's had significant research, the subtype, stage, location, and subsequent treatment route have so much variance. But with sarcoma, it really doesn't matter. You get the same 2 drugs that were developed before the moon landing, and you just hope and pray to make it out on the other side alive. There are no comfortable options, no pharmaceutical commercials with happy dancing people. We don't get the NFL sponsorships. We don't even have the option to round up your purchase at a department store. We are not given a fair shot. And sadly, it's these intense treatments that are doing the most damage for some of us now. Ultimately, I am an excellent poster child for doxorubicin and ifosfamide. I'm here, aren't I? But unfortunately, these drugs are only effective for about half of their recipients. And those who do survive are left with significant lifelong impacts. Being cancer-free, I am very grateful for my yearly scans. But instead of worrying about a sarcoma recurrence, I'm now concerned about new medical problems that could impact a whole slew of physiological functions and increase my likelihood of future cancers. Sarcoma would have taken me away if it went left untreated. But the next best option wasn't very great either. No one emerges from sarcoma treatment unscathed, and trust me when I say it requires resilience beyond measure. But enough about me. Let's talk about us in this room together and what we can do to help things tonight. Sarcoma is not a beast too big to tackle. Other cancers didn't always have such high success rates, but we worked to get there. We raised awareness, we improved access to earlier screenings, and most importantly, we raised money for research. I am not here to convince you that we can live in a world without sarcoma, but reaching a point where patients have more control and can do more than just hold on for the ride is possible. Thank you.